land that you have Ogba. And the Ogba we have here in Ogba land is the only Ogba east of the Niger. All the positions from the ASA you have there, we have ASRA here, the same, Prime Minister. You have Oliha here, we have Oliha here. Those who come there. You have the farmer, we have the summer. Those traditional ministers that accompany the throne as it is at home, so it is here.
Thanks for clicking on this channel. Please subscribe to AFO's blog history and click on the notification button so that whenever we upload a new video you will be notified. Benin origin of Agba people of Rivers State. They are children of Benin Prince, Akalaka. The Agba people are among the migrants from the Benin Empire with Akalaka, a Benin prince, as their ancestor. Agba land is situated in the lower basin of River Niger, in the modern-day Rivers State of Nigeria. The history of Agba people is based mainly on local oral traditions, taken partly from colonial intelligence reports. There are contemporary documents from British and Nigerian archives. There are also prehistory materials and archaeological evidence. The Agba people comprise 14 extended families divided into clans and occupy an area of about 600 kilometers in the Niger floodplain. It is only in Agba land there is an Oba in the entire Rivers State. In Agba land their chieftaincy titles are structured in accordance with Benin Kingdom chieftaincy titles. They have Iyarsel, Aliha, Isugban, etc., as it is obtained in Benin. There are 14 kingdoms in Rivers State emanating from Benin Kingdom. There are 55 to 56 kingdoms in Nigeria that originated from the Benin Kingdom. In Nigeria alone, there are different kingdoms in 15 states that migrated from the Benin Kingdom. According to Mr. Izadawa, the task before Great Benin Descendants Association worldwide is to unite all descendants of Great Benin. There are more than 50 kingdoms emerging from Benin Kingdom, and about 25 kings are recognized, and first class, in Nigeria. Oba of Lagos, Olu of Warri, Obi of Onitsha, Oba of Agba land, etc., are descendants of Great Benin. Mr. Izadawa further added that unity has become imperative for all Great Benin descendants. Please sit down and watch this interesting video.
We are happy to always announce ourselves as great descendants of the Benin Kingdom. And in River State of Nigeria, it is only in Ogba land that you have Ogba. And the Ogba we have here in Ogba land is the only Ogba east of the Niger. So we are grateful to God that we have been positioned in this part of the country. We are also happy and proud to say that what God has made and what He did in the days of the Israelites, He also did for us. The Israelites have it in their record that they left the land where they were, crossed the Red Sea to be in their present day location. And we, the Agbas, also have that same record that we left somewhere, also crossed the Niger to be where we are today. So for those of you who are privileged to be here today, I want to believe that in your minds that you are already rejoicing, that you are seeing the face of the Father of the land. Let me further inform you that Ogba land has about 57 towns and villages under the control of the Agba. In Ogba city alone, you have 27 communities. Their Ezes are seated here. Some have gone on other assignments by the Ogba. So, the kingdom is complete, just the way it is at home. What do we do? All the positions from the ASA you have there, we have ASRA here, the same, Prime Minister. You have Oliha there, we have Oliha here. Those who come there. You have the Sama, we have the Soma. Now, those traditional ministers that accompany the throne as it is at home, so it is here. No leakage. What do we do? So once again, we welcome you for finding time to be here today to identify with your father and our father. The father that came young to the throne of his fathers, and whom we believe that God will continue to uphold and will last longer. Amen. You will also call on the president to set the stage ruling on why they are here. That's all. Over to you.
So much. Long live your eminence. Long live your eminence. Long live your eminence. May your reign be greater than our ancestors. Let me start from the very beginning, because I owe this palace a thank you before now. That was 20th of January 2020 when we sent a call to this palace, and they responded very, very well. That was during the visit, the traditional thank you visit of Ogba Ogba II Okidigan, who came to River State for a thank you visit after his coronation in 2016. We sent for the palace. Despite the situations on ground, the palace considered it very, very important, and they sent a delegation to the River State Council of Traditional Rulers with an amazing gift to the Agba of Benin. I say, thank you, your eminence. May your reign be greater. Now today, the Association of Great Benin Descendants, 14 kingdoms in River State and 2 communities in River State that migrated from Benin Kingdom at different times. About 51 kingdoms in Nigeria and 2 communities. About 55 to 56 kingdoms worldwide and 2 communities. That is, in Nigeria alone, about 15 states are involved that migrated from Benin Kingdom. 5 to 6 countries are in this. So, today we are here because we hear a great story that is like an elephant. The killer alone cannot finish it. So we came here today to enjoy our own portion of that elephant. That great news. Today, the Association of Great Benin Descendants worldwide, the President General of Great Benin Descendants, is here. Emma Swain, Amowe, Ancestral.
Descendants. Ogba. First, I have something to read from. I'd like to start a bit by saying, back then in Benin, we say Ogba. Here, you say Ogba. In reality, your pronunciation is actually more correct than what we use, because Ogba as a word was exercised from the bigger statement of Ogba, something that shines all over the land. I want to put in an observation before I read. Welcoming address to the Ogba Wancho on Namobi the Fourth, and his elders in council by Master Namobi Zodwa, the Coordinator General, Association of Great Benin Descendants worldwide, on the 16th of October 2021. On behalf of my Board of Trustees, executive members, I wish to present this speech to the King and honorary councils of his elders, His Majesty, and other highly respectable chiefs of this great kingdom, in the obeisance of standing and observing the royal protocol of this kingdom. First of all, with high estimable gladness, thank His Majesty for granting us the rare privilege to grace His royal presence. We bring before the throne the noble blessings of our ancestors from your ancestral home, and we are grateful to God and our ancestors for the successful coronation of His Majesty. Into the exalted throne of your forebears. Standing in your presence is a reminiscence of the glamour that comes with the throne of all great Benin descendants all over the world. Permit me, His Majesty, to now introduce this group accordingly to you. We are popularly known as Association of Great Benin Descendants. We have one primary objective: uniting all great Benin descendants all over the world. After our establishment on July 1st, 2017, we set out to do what was preordained. Let me quickly go a bit spiritual. There was a prophecy that was declared somewhat 550 years ago by the greatest of our Benin, or by L.Y. the First, which says that I will return to bring together all my people that left my land during the trying times of my kingdom. His Majesty, that prophecy is currently in play, as he has returned as Ogba L.Y. the Second.
Yes, sir.
And that is why there is a conscious push for the unity of all great Benin descendants. I make bold to say that we are not just anyhow group. We are a group standing on an age-long prophecy, and that is why we are very convinced that our unity drive is the most important aspect of our present day existence. We are very positive, and that we will not relent until we unite all great Benin descendants all over the world. We have identified over 50 ethnic groups who shares the same ancestry, the great Benin people. We have traversed the nooks and crannies of Nigeria and West Africa in search of our people. July this year, we traveled to Accra,
Ghana to attend a festival called Ogba, festival that reminds and brings to the consciousness of the non-Waga people and the owners of Accra, the capital of Ghana. People of the ancestral connection to the great Benin people, and they were very much pleased with us. The move that also motivated us here. His Majesty, the consequences of our inactions over centuries has cost us so much that we can anticipate, irrespective of our similar modern day attributes. However, we must realize that we are all ancestrally connected as one people. We are very proud to be identified as Great Benin people. And in River State. Suffice to state, His Majesty, that the history of our shared ancestry is stronger than the false fabrications of the modern day tale propagated by our neighbors. We are not minorities, and the devices of our colonial masters made us assume so. To continue to identify ourselves as a Agba, very honor, popularly called the Great Ogba people, the Degema people, the Benin people, the Ungani people, etc., etc. Continue to be minorities because we have been divided all this while by modern day attributes. From the pool of that rich monarchy of Great Benin, we have over 50 kingdoms emerging from, with over 25 recognized as first-class kings in Nigeria. From Ogba of Lagos to Oluwari, to Obi of Onitsha, to Ovis in Rogoland, to Ogba of Ogbaland, and to Izis in River State, etc., etc. These are testaments to the greatness of our land and people. It is only unity that can truly unmask the greatness of our shared ancestry. Together, we will build once again the greatest civilization of modern day history. Let me quickly remind His Majesty and councils of elders seated here today that because of the unity of the past, before we were divided by the imperialistic onslaught of the British invaders, we built one of the greatest city-states in the world. We dug the Great Benin Mound and constructed the Great Benin Wall, which, according to the Guinness Book of Record, states that it was the greatest earthwork before the mechanical era. We are the first people to invent the street lighting in the world. We are the first on earth to have a self-identification system called family greeting. Our military strength was one of the strongest in the canvas of Black history. We had an advanced geometric, calculated architectural pattern tested by none. We were and still the best bronze casters in the world. These are just a few of our imperial exploits, and these were all possible because we were united in cause and purpose. We are here once again to say that our greatness lies once again in our unity as one indivisible family of our Agba.
Yes, sir.
It is in the consciousness of all these hallmarks of greatness that we are trying to build a forgotten bridge of unity so we can henceforth start planning together as one people. The history of Akalaka, the progenies of the Agba, Ogba, and Ugeriona, popularly called the Berry race, is well established as one of the warriors of the Benin Kingdom, who left his ancestral home to establish a place that has become the envy of all citizens of Nigeria, River State. According to our latent research, we can authoritatively state here that in order for Akalaka to remember his actual community that he hailed from. He named the second son after his hometown, called Ogba. In the matter of semantics, it has 4 translations in the Dutch language, and call it Ogba, Ogba, Ogba. It therefore means a barricade, or a water pipe, or completeness, or largeness. That community holds a tremendous link in the collective history of our people, and it still exists profoundly. His Majesty will be happy if you would want to sometime in the future pay an historical visit to this community, because its existence is also the reason for the existence of your land. About 2 months ago, precisely 28th of August 2021, we had our annual program called Agba, which held in the beautiful city of Port Harcourt. The program maintains the gathering together of all great Benin descendants from different areas of our land: kings, queens, educationists, professionals, artisans, etc., etc. It was a great spectacle to behold. We hope by next year, His Majesty will be available to join us. We wish to candidly make 2 humble requests from His Majesty. We would love His Majesty to grant us access to participate in all matters on traditions of this land, so we can understand some aspects of our collective heritage. We focus to build a more cohesive and harmonized cultural identity. Request number 2. We will be eternally grateful to His Majesty to please accept being a patron of this noble group. A move to solidify our ancestral connections, and also to draw guardianship from the royal pool of wisdom of His Majesty. Let me quickly chip this one in. We have 2 patrons. First is Chief Sanigo, who is the ESM of Benin Kingdom, the traditional prime minister. The second patron, although we lost him recently, was the late Ulu Owori, Ulu Ikenwuli. By actions, we will be visiting Mary to actually the for us to continue the matter of the patronhood that his forebears have already started. So if His Majesty grants us our request, His Majesty will be the 3rd patron of our association worldwide. We hope that you will. In conclusion, our greatness will transverse beyond bounds if we find ways to build bridges between ourselves as a people. We are a wonderfully made race by God Almighty. It is in our consciousness of such rarity of gifts and nobility of our race that must guide us in making collective decisions that will advance our socio-economic, socio-political, and socio-cultural ambition as a people. We look forward in the planning of His Majesty returning to his place of ancestry in Edo State, a royal father, the God King of all great Benin Kingdom, whose blessings abounds for all his descendants all over the world, will be briefed accordingly of this visit through his Prime Minister, the Ancestor of Benin. God bless the Ogba of all land. God bless Ogba Kingdom. God bless all great Benin descendants all over the world. Ogba Atokwe.
Yes, sir.
Conclusively, we want to present this gift to His Majesty, gift from like I said before, we are the biggest bronze casters in the world. And this was done by the artistic prowess of the Ikuneo. They are the bronze casters in the Benin Kingdom. So we are presenting one of the busts of presumably Ogba Kenzwa the second, is the grandfather of the present Ogba of Benin, Ogba the second. As part of the Board of Trustees, all my executive members, and our board, ancestors, we collectively, as an association of Great Benin Descendants, present this gift to His Royal Majesty. Thank you.
Where there is a linkage, there is a linkage. And once it is linked, you can't unlink. We also send you back with the same greetings. For us who understand, and for them who try to understand, it is right to say that God never makes mistakes. If He does not make mistake, and we have not seen any demonstrated over the times, it means anything that happens has His finger on it. So when you were reading and you said, you expressed a sentiment that may bemoaned our dispersal. In my mind, I laughed and I said, well, in the eyes of the child, anything can be a tiger. It is not correct that our living to various kingdoms to found different lands and places was a mistake. It is not correct to see it as a human error. It is not correct to bemoan it. For out of the stem of Jesse shall emerge a mighty one, and in whose name the Savior will be called. We needed to disperse. The kingdom that grew to an empire needed to expand. The time had come for the world to hear and hear us roar. The time had come for us to plant what we know and what we are everywhere in the world. So when it did come, yes, some people expressed anger, some expressed sadness. But it was the finger of God that gathered things. You are here today because you are not in Benin, neither you are in the Edo State. But yet you are at home. If we did not come, you will not be here. We will still be managing the small space there. So for me, it's a blessing. And luckily, you have found yourself as a group, as a body, persons who have understood the need to harmonize our shared identity and to use it as a springboard to building great peace that resounds louder than gold. I am sure what you're trying to build is a harmony, a building of values, shared values, values I see that transcends time. You did rail out the uncommon achievements of our ancestors in the building of the great walls that has been assumed to be the greatest earthwork.
Yes, sir.
You have talked about the cultures that promoted art and culture. You have talked about all manner of greatness that were exemplified. These things came from our blood, and they remain in our blood. So the world needs to share it.
Agba, talk me.
I believe your body has also been brought alive so that we can share the heritage of common humanity, the heritage of deep wisdom, the heritage of deep administration that furthers man's relationship with man. I am not sure it's about conquest, because there's nothing to conquer other than to conquer ourselves. The frontiers we are seeking today to subdue is the frontier of implanting sanity in the hearts of men. The seed that will mean that brother will not fight against brother, that ethnicity will be brought down to the low by reason of knowing who we are, by reason of a deeper relationship and call. Because if you are my brother, I have nothing to fear you for. And if you truly are mine, I have no reason to want to conquer you. Because conquering you is conquering myself, and I can't conquer myself. It is the same wish of our ancestors. By one man came sin unto earth, and by another came redemption. We want to forget the act that brought about sin, that brought about death, that brought about confusion. We want to remember only the act that brought about life, togetherness, and hope. That which gives light. So when Ogba came to River State, we were happy he came. It was the right thing to do. And the coming, like you have read out, was a step towards the fulfillment of an aspiration, a prophecy of the past. But I will remind you that that prophecy had long started to be fulfilled. Ancestral was there when my father, was on the train, and they walked together. They worked together closely at the national level and otherwise interacted. My father was also there when Ogba was enthroned. My father was also there when Ogba was enthroned.
Talk me.
is a checkered history. A history you cannot throw away. A history you cannot, by your crookedness, bend. Because can you undo what has been done right from the 14th century? Much as you may wish, you cannot undo it. So we are very proud descendants of that heritage. And we hold our heads high wherever, whenever, for whatever. So when you go back, tell our people that the seeds of yesterday are still alive, that they are strong and healthy, that the seeds are fertile, and they stand like Iroko. Tell them that the currents that flowed through the waters did not carry away all the gravels and sand. They merely flowed over it. And that the waters are made clean by the hands that made them clean. We need you to tell them that the hippopotamus, crocodiles, the fish we call asa, the most beautiful of all of them, and even the ones that are not, like Ibi that will shock you. All of them exist in that water. And it is the beauty and strength of the water. We will always call to the deep whenever it is necessary. Because ours is an ancestry, a lineage, a history, a being that transcends time and place. They told you we are like Israelites. That is completely true, alive. I will go further to tell you that we are honored by God to be here and to be the beauty and pride of the nation. You noted when you read that River State has become the beautiful bride of Nigeria, sought by Nigeria, respected by Nigeria. It is not so without where you are today. You will know, and when you go, take pride. Just like somebody migrated and got to Ile-Ife, just like somebody left and also went to Lagos State, so them that left and came to Ogba land have become and are now. The wealth we enjoy in terms of the crude oil and gas, of course you know, this is the singular local government that produces most in Nigeria. Yes. I'm also sure you know, in your very recent history of last year to this year, that the largest oil and gas reserve is here. And the gas movement in Nigeria also started here. So you have a lot to be proud of, a lot to hold your heads high, that your brother, your kids and kin are doing well. Well, there's too much to say and too much not to say. They say powers fly by night and others fly by day. They that know that powers exist everywhere, at all times, at all moments. It is left for you to tune in or lash on or whatever you want. So, come. Yeah. In the tradition of that which is deep and cannot be seen with the eye, tradition of getting back to the root, the source, to the infinite powers that are deposited as certain spheres of the world custody, world influence, world peace, and world progress. But that invisible array of beauty that streams from the heavenly eye of Nwachukwu, nna m Ogba Obi, Obiligwe Nwakachukwu, Oba Ọbala. Sitting on the throne of my ancestors. I lash on to that limitless power and I proclaim blessings of you all. Amen. May your days be long. Amen. May your nights not exist beyond the second. Amen. May the powers that be open the doors and gates, which are termed strong gates for you, Amen, that you may receive the flow of life, Amen, receive the flow of wealth, Amen, receive the flow of good health. Amen. May your generations never be few. Amen. Amen. May your travels be sweet. Amen. Amen. May your feet take you only to good lands. Amen. As you go and as you traverse the lands, whether you travel by air, by road, or by land, whether you decide to go physical or you go in the spirit, may your travel be good. Amen. May your travel never be for evil. Amen. Because in evil you will kill your heritage and you kill yourself. May our lands know peace. Amen. And our lands know progress. Amen. May all that has hindered the growth, the emancipation, and the true enthronement of our heritage and our Lord as a people, may such impediments be cleared. Amen. May those who want to be old, may they find old age. Amen. Let them who want peace, may them find peace. Amen. May it be well in Edo State, may it be well in River State. Amen. May it be well in every land where our blood can be found. Amen. May this also not be the end of the visit and our relationship. Amen. Amen. Serious one. Yeah, Ogba me halon. Osa hu ebo. Descendants ka Benin mu me halon. Mama ya me ko. Mama ya me ko. Mama ya me ko. Dodi. Bede ne keje pe. Awata la yemo ta ba. Na maka mje nwe ye ni.